Of this beautiful day to you, children of God, and welcome to today's edition of Servants of God's Protectorates Confraternity's Word, titled Servants of God Have Failed to Tell the Truth to Today's Rulers. Yes, in the olden days, God sent his prophets to kings to tell them whatever he wanted them to do, and then to warn them of impending doom for their misdeeds. 2 Kings chapter 17 verse 13 says, "Yet the Lord testified against Israel and against Judah by all of his prophets, every seer, saying, Turn from your evil ways and keep my commandments and my statutes, according to all the law which I commanded your fathers, and which I sent to you by my servants the prophets." Take note, the prophets are the people who ran errands for God to kings and to people that resided on the earth at that time. Micah 3:12 says, Micah likewise warned of Judah's coming downfall. Zion shall be plowed like a field, Jerusalem shall become heaps of ruins, and the mountain of the temple like the bare hills of the forest. That was by Micah. Isaiah also came with a warning that the wealth of Judah will be looted by future Babylonians. Not only that, but some of Hezekiah's sons will become eunuch servants of the Babylonian kings. Yes, these are just a few of the portions of the Bible that talk about God sending prophets to kings. What we have today is quite different. Prophets today have failed. They can no longer announce the impending anger of God to kings, unlike in the days of old. You may want to assume that pastors represent prophets today, while government officials represent kings. I once had a man of God say about politicians and public office holders. He said, "Leave them alone, so they don't come and disorganize my ministry. Let them do whatever they like, as long as my own interests are protected." You see what we are talking about? How can such a person that says this tell the truth to power? It's not possible. He cannot. He has set himself aside. He has set his business aside. He doesn't want to say anything against the government or against the people in power, because he doesn't want his business to be disrupted. To him, the ministry of God through him, which is not his, is his business. He calls it his business, despite that it belongs to God. That God is also only using him as an instrument in his kingdom. You see, it's unfortunate. Even the traditional kings that we have today are fully submerged under the caprices of government officials. We all know how government officials, even of lowest cadre, sink trash down the throats of today's first-class kings, for that matter. So with all this said, there is a lot of failure in the system, because the people that are supposed to represent the supremacy of God on earth have failed to deliver. It's so unfortunate. May Almighty God forgive us all. Thank you for listening to this episode, and I remain Ojomo Olusegun Adebambo, your regular host. God bless you all.